Modern day black women just don't know the game. Listen to this black woman share her experience about how she was a side chick and she didn't know it. The black man she was interested in was only spinning plates and he chose to get married with the better woman. And now she's bitter, butthurt, laid back, and sipping wine.
This guy, random guy, met him or whatever, and I wanted to use him as a case study because I already knew like he wasn't really my type, so I already knew that it's not going to go anywhere. He took me on a sushi date. Of course I enjoyed it. I love sushi. And on the date, he's talking to me. He's telling me, I'm like, oh, do you have any woman? He's like, yeah, I have a girl. She's long distance. We're not that serious. I'm not really looking for anything serious with her because she's not really my type. So I'm like, oh, interesting. I'm listening to him. So I'm like, oh, interesting. I'm asking him more about himself. He's telling me he's into development, building buildings, development. I'm like, okay, that sounds good. So he starts asking me about myself. I try to keep it really short. As I answer, I divert the questions back to him to let him talk more so he can feel comfortable talking. I noticed his phones kept ringing and he kept going to the bathroom and saying it's a business call. I didn't really mind because I'm like, you know what? I'm having sushi. I don't even care what you're doing. I'm here having a good time for myself. Now, we were talking a little bit and a week passed, we're still talking. He's knowing more about me. He's interested. He loves my drive. He loves my ambition and everything, and that's good. He sees that I have a drive, but not from a masculine standpoint, from a standpoint of, oh, she's a busy woman. She has things she got going on. She's not going to just be available all the time. The second week, I was like, okay, this is the time I need to build him. I need to build him now. I don't want to keep being pen pals. We're not pen pals. So I asked him for something very minor. This is the tiny thing that I asked him for, just to test to see if he was willing to jump the gun. Don't be pen pals with these men. They know what they want from you. They know what they want. All right, so I'm like, my laptop charger is bad, and he's like, oh wow, that's crazy, like what are you gonna do? And I'm like, I think I need to buy a new one because it has a shortage in there. I'm not sure what's wrong. It has a shortage. He didn't offer anything, so I was like, oh, do you mind getting me a charger? This man didn't open the message to the next day and said, oh, I'm sorry, I was so busy, I'm so sorry, do you still need the MacBook charger? And I was like, you know what, no, I'm okay, I sorted it out myself. So once I started seeing that he really wasn't even trying to do much for me, because you know what it is that guys will use like a first date to woo you, take you to a nice place and say, all right, you know what, after this now, since I took her on that first date, it's about time for her to lay in my bed. That's what I'm telling you, this is what these guys be doing. So he thought that he was going to checkmate me, but he didn't know that the only girls that get played is the girls that don't know how to play the game, and I'm the girl that knows how to play the game. So you know what I did? I literally just stopped entertaining him. Like, he'll be write me and say, hey, what's up? I'll be like, hey, everything is one word answers. And he'll be like, why are you not talking? I'm just like, there's nothing really to talk about because we've talked about everything. If you know my laptop is my bread and butter and I'm telling you something simple as my laptop charger is broken and you can't even say, oh, let me buy you another one or let me send something for you, then what are we talking about? I'm not a pen pal. Can you believe that was the best decision I made? Because you know what it is too about us women is when we start entertaining that pen pal type of relationship, we start becoming emotionally invested because now we're used to seeing their good morning text messages and it'll be a whole bunch of BS later on. To prevent that, don't even be a pen pal at all. So he'll watch my stories, everything. Can you believe a week or two later on WhatsApp, I seen that this man was getting married? They're these men, they try to checkmate you early. You gotta checkmate them before they checkmate you. Can you imagine? This is the same guy that I went on a date with a few weeks back that told me that, oh, his girlfriend is not his type. It's nothing really serious. They're in a long distance relationship. How the hell you guys are in a long distance relationship and all of a sudden you're getting married? I blocked his number immediately. Immediately. I didn't even give him a chance to explain anything. I blocked his number immediately. Block, immediately. You're not going to sit here and play with me. Are you sick? Are you mad? Blocked him immediately. That's why I talk about do not be entertaining these pen pal type of guys. If you have a pen pal man in your phone right now, block immediately. Don't even waste your time because that man is being serious somewhere else. Block.
Women control access to the box, but men control access to relationships and marriage. It is what it is. You lost, babe.